This playthrough is rated E10+.
Is Arsène Lupin as good as he thinks he is? Is the game afoot? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Sherlock Holmes versus Arsène Lupin, or Sherlock Holmes Nemesis, depending on which version. I might say Nemesis in the future just because it'll be shorter. But anyway, in the last episode, we started our journey. Watson and Sherlock were just kind of whittling around the days, but then the famous cat burglar from France has come to England with a test, or with a game to test the British intelligence of Sherlock Holmes against the suave, sophistication of the French or whatever. So now we got to see if we can prevent him from stealing the boat over here, this painting specifically. So we'll be able to do it with the help of Lestrade, and we'll have to find out. All right.
Let's go see the director.
Yes. Anyway, I went back to a previous spot just to show off the rest of the paintings because I forgot some things change after the incident with after the night. Not to spoil anything, but I know Lestrade has some dialogue for this stuff, but it's not as interesting when it's with like Holmes or whatever. So let's check the rest of these paintings out before we switch back to my old file when we're playing as Lestrade. So
Dutch Gallery.
All right, let's look over the Dutch paintings.
A young woman seated at a virginal, painted by Vauldemare, Dutch painter of the 17th century.
Vermeer, I hardly knew her.
A canvas by Gerard ter Borch, Dutch subject and portrait painter, influenced by Velázquez.
Borsch, huh? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that soup.
View of the Westerkerk, Amsterdam, painted by Jan van der Heyden, probably in 1660.
The only thing I know about Amsterdam is the things you can get there.
A terrible naval battle scene by Ludolf Baskhuyzen.
Yeah, it always looks glamorous, fights and battles, until you actually go there and witness it. And you go, freaking me out, Watson.
Willem van der Velde, a Dutch painter who dedicated his talent to the sea.
A lot of pictures about the sea, huh, Watson? Dude.
A work by Jan Steen, painter of the Dutch school, a moralist.
Dude, personal space? Anyway, yeah. Watson just appearing out of nowhere like a jack-in-the-box.
A winter scene with skaters near a castle by Averkamp, 1585 to 1634, one of the greatest painters from the Dutch school of the 17th century. He specialized in winter scenes. The painting originally extended into a square shape.
That's actually pretty nice looking picture right there.
The countryside, painted by Salomon van Rushdael. Born in the first few years of the 17th century, died 1670. It makes you want to rest for a moment.
Yeah, just to kind of enjoy it all. No, not that we're doing a puzzle game.
Dutch Gallery.
Yeah.
A beach scene with fishermen by Ludolf Baskhuyzen, 1630 or 31 to 1708.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, sometimes in some eras, you're not sure in certain times of births or deaths because of the way records worked.
The Swearing of the Oath of Ratification, painted by Gerard ter Borch, born in Zwolle in December of 1608 and died the 8th of December 1681.
That's all on the bottom of the picture, isn't it, Sherlock? You're not remembering this off the top of your head.
A coast scene, Jan van der Capelle, Amsterdam 1626 to 1679.
Yeah, apparently, well, it's because of where, the Dutch lie, but it makes sense there'd be a bunch of pictures about,
A river scene with a Dutch yacht by van der Capelle.
I told you, Watson just kind of appears out of nowhere.
An architectural fantasy painted by van der Heyden. A painting by Rembrandt, the sum of his works inspired Baudelaire to write Rembrandt, Sad Hospital Full of Murmurs.
Yeah, I think I've seen this picture before specifically.
Self-portrait at the age of 63 by Rembrandt, the year of his death. The painter affirmed, "I do not paint the man, I paint the passage."
The passage of time? The passage of life?
Jacob van Ruysdael, 1628 or 9 to 1682, one of the major landscape artists of Dutch golden age of the 17th century.
Yeah, they like boats and landscape. Anyway, let's go into...
The Flemish artists are found here.
Flemish isn't even real.
A work by David Teniers, the younger.
Yeah, multiple 10 years.
A work by David Teniers, the younger.
Because there's an older, I believe he's also an artist too. Oh, cover your eyes, children.
Rubens, The Judgment of Paris. What a dilemma. Paris had to choose between one of the three divinities, Venus, Juno, or Minerva, and anger the other two in the process.
There was nothing to it but choose.
Oh, sorry.
Rubens, The Judgment of...
There was nothing to it but choose all three.
All right, my man.
Peace and War, Rubens, the Old Master, painting probably executed in 1629 or 30, illustrating the hopes for peace between England and Spain, the painter's mission at the time. Rubens was, in effect, also a diplomat.
Painter diplomats, don't see that too often.
Peasants at Archery, David Teniers the Younger, 1610 to 1690. Baroque, I would say. Portrait of a Man, canvas loaned to the museum, work of an unknown artist, dating between 1645 and 1655.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Canvas painted around 1620, unknown artist from the Flemish school.
Apparently a lot of unknown artists. They didn't get the money or the reward.
Portrait of a boy holding a rose, around 1660 and attributed to Francois de Chastel, a Flemish painter.
At least they're not making it some weird grandiose sentence. It's like, this is the, the solicitation of the boy upon the flora upon his brow or something like that. No, it's Boy of the Rose. We get, pretty straightforward. I like it.
A family group by Gonzales Cox.
Sometimes you don't need super descriptions. You just tell it as it is.
Look, a white horse standing by a sleeping man by Peter Verbeek, possibly derived from a 1652 print by Paulus Potter. Sight, portrait of Robert van der Hoek by Gonzales Cox between 1614 and 1618, died in 1684.
Yeah, you're gonna need sight to see this thing. Oh, Sherlock Holmes, give me sight beyond sight. I guess Watson in this case.
A Sunset by Rubens, one of the greatest Baroque painters of the 17th century and in the history of painting in general.
That's some big claims.
The Flemish artists are found here.
On those, I know.
Van Dyck in person. This artist had a huge influence on English portraitists. He is considered to be the creator of the English school of painting.
That's his name sounds never mind. Get out of my way.
Let's go see the director of the...
Yes, stop it. Get out of my way, weirdo.
Lady Elizabeth Thimbleby and Viscountess Andover by Van Dyck. The Balby Children by Van Dyck, 1599 to 1641.
Now look how hoity-toity they are. But that's just how it was back in the day. Now let's go, let's see, this one is...
German Gallery.
Shermans don't paint stuff, they only take what they want.
There's no inscription here. I'll speak to the director, perhaps.
Maybe, one day.
Hans Holbein the Younger died of the plague in London in 1543. His works are on loan to the museum. The painter's father, Albrecht Dürer. He's probably seen...
Oh, sorry.
The painter's father, Albrecht Dürer. He's probably seen happier days.
Yeah, he looks a little depressed.
A Grenache.
A Grenache indeed.
Grenache's style has such ambience. He depicted well the total lack of fantasy.
So he's a bit more realistic in his works, I guess. Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense.
Portrait of a Woman by Lucas Grenache the Elder, 1472 to 1553. Official painter of the Saxony court.
Yeah, sometimes realistic just kind of works better. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the art, really, style, so.
Charity by Lucan Grenache the Elder, canvas loaned to the museum.
Charity for taking care of small children, huh? Avert your eyes.
St. Catherine of Alexandria, in good company, painted around 1450 by Stefan Lochner, a hand shutter of an altarpiece presented in 1863 by Queen Victoria at the Prince Consort's wish.
He wished for a little angel to just kind of hide under this guy's, robe. All right.
St. Paul on Malta by Adam Elsheimer, 1578 to 1610.
You can rarely see that thing.
The Ambassadors, 1533 by Hans Holbein the Younger. In the foreground we can see a distorted skull, a symbol of mortality.
If you say so. Yeah, if you say so.
The Virgin and Child by Albrecht Dürer, 1471 to 1528. Painter, mathematician, and foremost, an engraver, a virtuoso of the Buren. Ooh, Judith in the Tent of Holofernes by Johann Liss, 1595 to 1631. What will she do with that head?
It seems like it takes a bit to make Sherlock kind of like wince or whatever. He said, "Ew."
Tobias and the Archangel Raphael by Adam Elsheimer, German painter. The Archangel should ask what kind of bait he used. This canvas was acquired in 1894 by the National Gallery. It was based on a composition he had previously done.
Wouldn't an angel know that already? Wouldn't he be watching mankind to know that? Oh, whatever.
A work that just exudes the joy of living by Lucas Cranach the Elder.
That's the joy of living? Yeah.
Canvas by Adam Elsheimer, the most famous German painter at the beginning of the 17th century.
Didn't have much canvas to work with, huh? Alright, let's go in here. We will get the story, don't worry.
The Gallery of Italian Works.
They're not sitting here eating pasta all day? They actually make paintings? What?
Adoration of the Kings by Botticelli, bought by the National Gallery in 1878.
The only Italian I know is Mario. Wahoo!
Must you see it to believe? The Incredulity of St. Thomas, master of the work, Battista Giovanni Sima, born around 1459.
It almost looks like he has... It's probably because the painting's blurred. It almost looks like he has like horns or something like that. So.
St. Catherine of Alexandria, painted by Carlo Crivelli, bought as part of the Prince Anatole Demidov collection in 1868.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of certain tarot cards.
The Origin of the Milky Way, painted around 1575 and bought in 1890 by the National Gallery, executed by Jacopo Robusti, known as Tintoretto, which comes from tintore, as his father was a dyer. At least his business was merely dyeing and not death.
Is the Milky Way supposed to be the galaxy, or is it just, you know, whatever that is? Huh.
A painting by Veronese, the family of Darius before Alexander.
The detail on that. Wait, is that a monkey? That's the thing I noticed out of everything here. Not the display, the detail. The monkey is what I see.
Canvas by Orazio Gentileschi, 1563 to 1639, Baroque painter influenced by Caravaggio. His daughter Artemisia became a painter in her own right.
Looks like a baptism or something like that.
Portrait of a young man in red by Domenico Ghirlandaio. This painting was executed between 1480 and 90 and is on loan.
Executed, so it had its head chopped off? What? No.
A study by Tiepolo. The Trojans bring the Greek horse into their city, causing their own ruin. Thus it's best to beware of certain gifts.
Beware Greeks bearing gifts, or whatever the term is, yeah.
The Virgin of the Rocks, famous canvas painted between 1491 and 1508 by Leonardo da Vinci. Multidisciplinary man, artist, scientist, inventor, and humanist philosopher. He transformed art into the complex style of the High Renaissance. His scientific and artistic method proceeded from a preliminary accumulation of detailed observations, of knowledge dispersed here and there, all with perfection as the objective.
You speak of yourself, Holmes?
Watson's like, yeah, humble man indeed.
This painting depicts the gods Venus and Mars by Botticelli. This painting was exhibited for the first time in 1874 in the National Gallery.
You think they look like quite normal people, but I guess the whole point of the gods of, at least Greek gods and stuff like that, is that they were, you know, prone to just as many mistakes as humanity, if not, and their mistakes were worse because they were beings of divinity or whatever. So, let's see, didn't check that side.
Closed. Saint Catherine of Alexandria by Antonio de Solario in 1514, originally part of a triptych.
Yeah, it looks like some people who paint Catherine paint them in the same way. Where's the... Oh, did I not get that one?
Hearing, canvas by Gonzales Cox. He earned his nickname Little Van Dyke through the elegance of his paintings.
That's what you say to insult people, Little Van Dyke. Or am I thinking of the Van Dyke Show? Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na, da-da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Who? No one gets that right. Did I ever go in this room already? Where was the other Catherine painting? There it is. Oh wait, no, that wasn't it. Where's the other Catherine painting? Was it in the same room? Huh. Because it's all... Or Alexandria, I mean. Because I was about to say to multiple people... Oh, okay, never mind, it's from the same... Okay. I thought it was from another... For some reason, I thought it was from another group of people. It's like, oh, people... There seems to be some commonality with how she looked, you know. Because sometimes in history, people get some of the details wrong. You know, so some people will say this is this person, and they'll depict them differently. But then again, it's art, so they would depict her differently. But yeah, they all have the same style. So.
The assassination of St. Peter Martyr, painted around 1507 by Giovanni Bellini, a forerunner of the Venetian school.
So they just popped out of the forest and stabbed him in the face, huh?
The Supper at Emmaus, where the resurrected Jesus appears to his disciples, painted by Caravaggio, 1571 to 1610. He was a master of chiaroscuro, and the Caravaggism movement was named after him.
Jesus being resurrected, the literal Jack coming out of the box. You know, it's surprising people.
The Gallery of Italian Works.
Okay. Oh, right over here.
Ah, Venice, La Serenissima. This one from 1740 by Canaletto.
You see, this is why I wanted to do this. That's why I didn't want to do the whole gallery in the last episode, because it would have extended the episode quite a bit. So that's why I did it today, or in this episode instead.
St. Catherine of Alexandria by Raphael, painted around 1507. One of the greatest Italian painters and architects of the High Renaissance.
That's a highly detailed picture, so I like it.
Painting by Lorenzo Lotto, born around 1480, died in 1556 or 7, has a very idiosyncratic style.
Alright, I think that's it. Let's see, I think I already checked these doors and they were locked, so... Wait, why just show? Oh, the hand. No. Okay. So we just have to go back and do the director's thing again, but I'll just skip through the dialogue. Oops.
Fantastic!
So you can either press escape or space bar to skip dialogue.
Mr. Palinor, Lestrade,
Lestrade there.
There now.
Or Lestrade. I'm going to call him Lestrade, even if it's probably not how you're supposed to pronounce it. I mean, I guess you should pronounce it however the way the game portrays it, so that way it's not confusing people. But anyway. Alright, now where's Lestrade here, so...
Nothing to report.
Let's see, there's supposed to be a couple things you can...
Nothing to report.
Nothing here, huh? Yeah, not much. Oh, I guess I could show off what he actually looks like in his walking animation. I can't get him to run, so I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but... Does he always walk? Oh boy. If we walk, the game will be over.
We need a cannon to force this door down. The lock is too big to be jimmied, and I'll leave a man on duty in place. If Lupin does come, it won't be that way.
Yeah, the Jimmy is just for jimmying the lock, you know, a lock picking and stuff like that, so I thought you could... let's see. Okay. Never mind, I thought I needed to check something else. Okay. So we're basically here to check all the rooms and stuff like that to make sure, you know, it's isolated.
No exits on this side. Nothing to report.
Doesn't he have a whole gang of constables to do this? Why is he the one in here doing this?
It's dark in this box room. Good. No windows. No possible entry.
Yeah, we couldn't go in here before because either locked or he wouldn't go in, something like that, so. Okay, we'll check that here in a second. Okay. I keep accidentally unlocking, or... There's the director's office. We'll check that in a second.
When I see this, I tell myself that life isn't fair. We amputate too many soldiers and not enough painters.
Ooh.
That chap must have been rip-roaring drunk when he painted that one.
Yeah, Lestrade has all unique dialogue for each painting.
It's shocking that certain artists persist in painting with their feet.
You can tell he's not an art lover.
It's shocking that certain artists...
Okay.
That chap must...
Okay, I think that might be it.
It's shocking that
he doesn't have unique dialogue for every single painting. There's a few paintings I think he has some unique dialogue for.
That chap must have been Anybody who will steal this painting to take it out of the public eye deserves a medal, not the Old Bailey.
Ooh.
Anybody who will steal this... That chap must...
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't remember.
It's shocking that...
I don't remember all his unique dialogue.
When I see this,
Yeah, I think we might have hit all of his unique dialogue already.
It's shocking that certain... That chap must have been...
I think so.
That chap must have been...
I think we've hit all of his dialogue. I thought there was like one or two...
When I see this, I tell...
Yeah, because where there's like 1 or 2 paintings that he specifically has unique dialogue for, but...
That chap must...
She says that to this painting. But then again, I guess it makes sense, so...
No exits on this side, nothing to report.
Yeah, this one's isolated. Yeah, that would have been crazy if they gave Lestrade unique reaction to every single painting in this place. That would be insane. I mean, you could do it.
No exits on this side, nothing to report.
You could do it. It's just, you know, a lot of people would probably want to say the voice acting work for like Holmes and Watson and everything.
No exits on this side, nothing to report.
Okay, then let's go to the actual this room. See what he says. This must be where they frame everything. It looks like some painting in here.
Ha! There is a possible entry. If someone wanted to descend from the roof here, he'd need a lot of time, and it wouldn't be a quiet business. But I'd be wise to leave a man on duty here, and he will signal the alarm at any suspicious movement coming from the roof. Arsène Lupin. It's you and I now.
He really thinks he's the main character of this story, huh? Sorry, Mr. Lestrade, you're usually a bum. If I remember correctly, you're kind of shown as an idiot in the books, if I remember correctly. Despite him supposedly being the best of the of his colleagues. I think that's it. I don't think I have to actually interact with the ceiling also. I think we've done everything. You do have to walk through the gallery, just through the room, so he says nothing to report. So at least once you have to walk through everything, which I've already done. So I already did that door. So okay, I think we've done everything. So
nothing to report.
Even though it's a broken, you know, vase. It's a vase. It's just for me. Whistler's mother. No, that's a different picture. Just taking a look at all the photos here. Yeah, some army soldiers. Fancy lady. A river. Over the river, through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Don't get a headache from thinking too hard.
Man, this guy's doing all the sick burns. Why wasn't Lestrade more in the games? He's funny.
I will make sure there are no windows, and therefore ways in. Here.
Do your work. I will draw a map for you, Inspector.
Wait for tonight. There. The director and his underling have left. Time for us to play now. It could be that this whole robbery is nothing but nonsense. If not, we're prepared. And this Lupin will play right into our hands. I'll lock the main door to the museum, and you will be locked in. Jeffries is on duty in Trafalgar Square, and the yard is nearby. Nothing to worry about there. The doors leading in will be locked, but you will each have everything you need to open them. Stay hidden and cover your light so you cannot be seen from the roof. You, Lockhart, will be stationed near the painting itself. At the least provocation, go down to the entrance and sound the alarm. The walls are too thick, so you will have to go down for your whistle to be heard. In case of real trouble, be sure to fire with deadly accuracy, because if you even graze one of the paintings, your great-grandchildren will still be paying off your debts. Finally, you'll just have to be content with your lanterns. Gas is too expensive. Let's go, men. Keep your wits about you. You'll be relieved at 4 a.m.
Later.
Go on, you cantankerous codger. You have work to do.
You're right, Holmes. The constable below was indeed asked to deliver us a letter. It's from Lestrade.
Nothing good can come from such urgency.
Indeed, Holmes. This time, without doubt, the painting has disappeared. According to what he's written, they've turned the National Gallery upside down looking for it. Our presence is required immediately.
Well, Watson, the game is afoot.
Should we not have enlisted more men from the force to protect the painting?
I think that a whole brigade could not have stopped Lupin. And, of course, we can now be certain that it was he who was behind the theft. First and foremost, the police have a city and lives to protect, and we must respect that. Watson, a hansom will be hard to find at this hour, and Billy, our page, is sick. Would you be so good as to flag one down while I take a moment to reread this letter?
Yesterday, I was a doctor, and now I've become a valet.
Dang it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a valet. So let's like Lupin capture him. You know, funny enough, if the guy in the glass room had just been in the corner, just watching the ceiling like he was supposed to be, he goes seeing the balloon come down and be like, oh, that's odd, huh? And then, but the whole idea is it comes down, sprays the gas, and he's like, oh, or the same with the choo-choo train, but still, the way it presented, it makes them look like they were kind of, you know, letting the train sneak up on them, but whatever. That's just, you know, obviously there's limits to the game and how they can portray it, but...
You haven't found Sir Handsome, Watson?
Well, I found you handsome. Ooh la la. No. Oh, that's right. I must have forgot to click it. No, I did click it. It's just in this file. I guess I forgot to. Because usually the game saves all your looking, so you don't have to redo it again. The only time you have to redo is if it's clear, or if the game specifically says you need to check this thing. So, okay, wait. Let's go pull a handsome down. Cabby, I want a cabby. Oh.
Got a light?
No, sorry.
Is it Sherlock Holmes who lives in these digs here?
Indeed.
Know him?
I do have that honour. I have been of some assistance to him on occasion. Like locating hansoms, for instance.
I say, you're his valet. So tell me, does your master pay well then?
But I
bet you're not above winning a bob or two, am I right? Listen, my friend, word has it that your boss is going to have a right fright tonight at the Picture Museum.
How?
Shh, listen, my good man. If you want to fill your pockets, here's my card. Piers Urquhart Allen, that's my name. Independent reporter's the game. Spill the beans about his biz, and I'll pay you well. Look for me in one of the pubs round here. You can't miss me.
If Holmes finds out that the press is onto this business, he'll be in an explosive mood. Best to avoid speaking about it.
It takes a lot for Sherlock to get mad, even in the books, if I remember correctly, but when it does, it's usually a pretty big deal. Piers Urquhart Allen, independent journalist. Journalism. Ugh. Well, independence maybe so much. It's just... anyway, journalism's been pretty much the same throughout history if you actually look at it when it comes to most modern journalism anyway.
Ah, a hansom. Now to find Holmes and make our way to the National Gallery.
You've arrived at last, Holmes. We haven't touched anything while we were waiting, except for a ladder which we needed to climb onto the roof. You must have received my message. The painting was stolen.
Yeah, why weren't you here, Lestrade? You should have been here with your men to get knocked out and then, you know, anyway.
Did your men see anything?
To tell you the truth, barely anything. There was nothing they could do. The only thing we know for certain is there were two people of athletic build who perpetrated this crime. We don't know if the burglars stole anything other than the painting in question, as they completely redecorated the museum with the paintings of a French artist that were at the entrance to the museum. The paintings that were on the walls are now crammed in the director's office.
Is it that French painter that was here earlier?
Do you have any idea what happened?
Well, not really. I haven't managed to figure it out. We know that the two men exited through the window in the restoration workshop, and that the second man entered through there. But the first man was already in the museum before his accomplice. Yet I had a man in the restoration workshop all yesterday afternoon, and he only left for a minute in order to hear my orders. At no time could the first man have entered through the window. We would have either seen or heard him. The men on the premises confirm they didn't see anyone pass through the entrance until the alarm was sounded. And those two are the only possibilities. How did this man get into the museum, I ask you?
When you have eliminated the impossible, Lestrade, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
He was already in here. But you guys probably already figured it out already, for those who are aware, but I won't say anything until the game tells us.
Where are the director and his assistant?
They're both in the office. Go gently with the director. He's close to having a fit. By the way, I noticed some traces of paint or something all over. I've asked everyone to avoid trampling on them until you've had a chance to examine them.
You're making wonderful progress, Lestrade.
He's like, good boy.
Well, I'll go question the neighbors to see if anyone might have seen a 17th century boat descend from the roof.
Watson, accompany Inspector Lestrade. Check out the roof and help out with the interrogations. Be on the lookout, for the slightest detail could gain us some precious time.
You can count on me, Holmes.
Because Watson could count. Alright, let's figure out how this guy got in. Like I said, we already have a pretty good idea. If no one saw him come in and they had eyes on everything, how did he get inside? Well,
it's a combination lock, a French brand. It looks extremely solid. Impossible to open it without knowing the combination.
I wonder what else could fit in a box this size. Nah, it's probably nothing, right?
I have no reason to go there.
Outside, you mean? But yeah, it's like, why would he swap everything for a French painter? Because Arsène Lupin is French, right? So he'd want to show off his the goods
German
of his
gallery
of his compatriots, because he believes the French are superior.
Can I borrow this lamp?
Unfortunately not. This room is poorly lit, and we need it to work. Perhaps a bit later.
But I want it now. Oh, there's all the paintings. Just step on them? No. Yeah, weird enough, the game actually won't let you step on them. There, see if there's anything else.
I'm overwhelmed by this inventory.
You were overwhelmed before this.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, such a tragedy. Have you seen what these crooks have done to my museum? Paintings of incalculable value thrown in a heap like hay in a haystack. And the Fighting Temeraire.
Oh boy.
Now, calm down, Director. Do you know if they took anything other than this painting?
The director and I are in the middle of doing an inventory of all the paintings that were moved. We are not certain yet.
Well, get a move on.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. We'll be here if you have any further questions. Come, Palinor, back to the inventory.
Oh joy.
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
To solve crime.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. We'll be here
Okay.
if you have any further...
Can't really solve. Well, you can solve a crime, but not crime in general. So. All right, let's take a look and see if what's been swapped around. I mean, these aren't bad paintings, I guess, but I prefer the other ones.
A perfect example of neo-cretinism, a Valmont from his convalescent period.
Let's see. I didn't change everything out, just some of the big ones.
Valmont has unusual taste for a painter.
Yeah.
A perfect example of neo-cretinism.
Okay.
A
Yeah, I know. I know he doesn't have a unique dialogue for every single painting.
What horrors!
That's and he's dealt with the Awakened, with Cthulhu and gang.
Valmont has unusual taste.
Okay.
What horrors!
Yeah, I think
The artist of this painting wished to depict the total rejection of aestheticism, and he succeeded.
you can tell he's not a big fan of this guy's work.
Looking at this canvas, the French painter must have drawn his inspiration from the famous French cheese camembert. They both stink.
I mean, it's not god awful, but yeah, compared to the art that was here before, it is night and day.
A perfect example of neo-cret. The artist of this painting wished...
Yeah, I think
What
we've done.
horrors!
I think we've done.
Looking at this canvas, the
Yeah, I think we've unlocked all his unique. There he is. There's the French guy.
self-portrait by Horace Valmont. A bit narcissistic, that one.
I mean, didn't some other people have self-portraits?
A canvas by Joseph...
Oh, I thought... Oops. I must have missed that when I redid it, so...
Looking at this canvas, the French...
Okay.
A perfect example of... The artist of this painting...
I was just trying to see if there was any other unique...
The artist of this painting wished to depict... Valmont has unusual taste... What horrors!
Yeah.
English Painters
I
Hall.
thought I changed one of those out, so...
Valmont has unusual taste for... What horrors!
Yeah, look at that.
Hideous, this painting. A round red frame with some green in the middle. The inspiration behind this canvas is rather queer.
Yeah, that term means weird, by the way, for those who are curious. That's the original term, anyway. Yeah, that looks like was it the man, not the man in the mirror, the mirror on the wall, you know, the mirror from Snow White. It kind of looks like that.
A perfect Looking at this canvas, the French the artist of this painting wished... A perfect example...
Bunch of big-nosed frogs.
A perfect example of
Let's see, I got those.
Valmont has unusual taste for a painter. What horrors!
Yeah, sorry if my keyboard is super clicky. There's not much I can do about that. So.
Valmont has unusual taste for a painter.
What the?
It's Pointer, the museum director, who is on display here. Amusing.
The one thing Holmes does have an issue.
The artist of this painting wished to depict...
See, I thought there was a
Valmont has unusual... The artist of this painting wished to depict the total rejection...
I just don't remember all of them. Though.
Looking at this canvas, the French paint... A perfect example...
Yeah, I'm trying to skip the dialogue, so that's why you hear my mouse clicking, or my keyboard clicking a lot. It's because I'm pressing the spacebar. I should just
Looking at this canvas, the
hitting
French painter must have drawn...
escape button, because that seems to be... Seems to be getting me the result I need. Yeah, the spacebar is pretty clicky on this thing, so...
Valmont has unusual taste for a painter. Looking at this canvas, the French...
Okay, sorry, I keep clicking.
A perfect example of neo-crit. The artist of this painting wished to depict the total rejection of aesthetics.
Is that it for all the unique paintings? Nope.
Valmont has unusual taste for a painter. The artist of this painting wished to depict the total... A perfect example
of neo-cretinism. But I'm finishing them up anyway,
horrors!
Just to make sure.
Looking at this canvas, the French painter must have drawn his... What horrors!
Okay, I think we... Oh, here we go.
A large red square was painted on the floor, most likely by Lupin, but to what end?
For perhaps to teleport the painting or something like that, or transport it?
Closed.
Okay, let's see what's in this area.
It's too dark in here. I don't see anything.
You can bring your light. I know gas is expensive, but you got candles and stuff, right?
The person who left these footprints stepped into the paint with his whole foot.
I assume it wasn't Lupin that did that. It was probably his companion, because you know usually Lupin would be one of those that would be pretty aware of that. So.
Size 10.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had to check foot sizes.
Size 10.
Okay.
These footprints are those of common work boots.
Work boots and size 10. So yeah, the work boots are probably of Lupin's associate, whoever that was.
It's through there that one of our robbers arrived, and it's also through there that they must have escaped with the help of a ladder.
Yeah, they said they checked the roof, so...
Ideal to catch by jumping from this skylight.
Yeah.
It was through the skylights that one of the two robbers came in.
Yeah, someone basically let him in.
These tools are for restoring paintings.
At least it's not like, at least they actually hopefully restored the painting legitimately. There was one lady who just said, yeah, just spit a rag on it and wrap it around and that'll be fine. Probably a lot of people are aware of what that is, for those who are curious.
Water.
Yeah, it had to do with a specific painting of Jesus, I believe. Ruined a masterpiece just because they didn't know what they were doing.
Footprints, look.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't know why you looked at them again, but okay.
These footprints are size 9.
Oh, they're different, yeah. I guess,
The foot brushed the paint. Someone wanted to warn the person who made the footprints of the presence of liquid on the ground, but too late. The man then went beneath the louver of the window to get out, probably with the help of a ladder. He was wearing shoes from France with supple leather non-skid soles, which have a distinctive design.
Okay, I guess Arsène Lupin did step in the paint. You think he'd be, maybe it's he was rushed, so he didn't notice what he had done. At least it's good to know that, well, actually, even the Lupin in the animated series made mistakes, despite how intelligent he was. So we know the two sizes of the two people, so that's good to know, so, alright. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what else we need to do. I think we've found everything we need for this place. I'll double check those just to make sure there weren't any other loose things I missed while exploring around. What horrors? Ah, here we go.
There is something here.
What? What, pray tell? Yeah, you can tell there's
A trace of black rubber. 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 These 4 traces of black rubber are identical and form a square.
They could form an equilateral triangle if we work hard enough on that thing. So, perhaps something to put the pictures in to move it around like a trolley or something like that, maybe. So,
There is something strange on the ceiling. I'll have to climb up to examine it, but Lestrade's men are using the ladder. I'll continue to inspect the museum while I await them.
Alright, let's go back to the, it's a letter probably from Lupin, taunting us some more. He'll wag his finger and taunt us a second time.
I'm overwhelmed by the...
Yes. We know.
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. We'll be here if you...
Can I borrow this lamp?
Unfortunately not. This room is...
Okay, fine. Let's see if I missed anything else. Thought I grabbed everything. Maybe there's like another thing I might have missed. No.
Velmont has unusual taste for paint.
I must have missed that one. Not that it's a big deal. You don't have to pick every single picture.
Closed.
Yeah, I think we found everything we can in this place. Oops. Yeah. Oh, there's the paint I missed before.
Footprints, look.
Yeah, we already saw that. We were supposed to notice these,
This
but
footprint is quite clear, like a footstep pressed. Size 10. Size 10. This footprint is quite clear. This footprint is rather light. The man who left these footprints made a return trip. He was carrying something heavy when he climbed the stairs. Paintings, certainly.
well, yeah, to move all the pictures around and everything like that, so they can make fools of all of us.
Closed.
All right, trying to think of. Maybe that was it that was missing, because I thought
It's a combination lock, a French brand.
There we go. Maybe, let's see. I don't think he has anything else for us to do, so. Okay. Alright, now that we've done that. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about this thing. That's right.
Footprints, look. These footprints are size 9.
So perhaps Lupin's was on this one.
These footprints are size 9.
Oh wait, no, wouldn't have been that one guy, the painter?
These are shoes with supple, non-skid leather soles of French manufacture with a distinctive design. These are, without doubt, the shoes of the French painter Horace Velmont. The footprints left by Horace Velmont's shoes and those made by one of the two crooks are absolutely identical. Lupin is a master of disguise. We met him in person yesterday as Velmont.
Yep. Yeah, he was. That was him. And then when he said he left, he didn't have to be seen, but he didn't actually leave. So, you know. So Velmont is Lupin, and Lupin is Velmont. Okay.
I'm overwhelmed
Okay,
by the...
so you have no new dial, so...
What do you want, Mr. Holmes? The only one who will be happy is Velmont. His paintings now have the best spots.
I'd wager he's doubly happy, but he'd never come to show his gratitude in person.
Ah, and when will you be done with your investigation, so that we can put the paintings back in their original places?
A deadline will soon be set, I think. However, it is in our best interest to do it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so get going.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
I didn't mean to click on him again. Sorry about that.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good.
I was just trying to get through the... Alright.
It's a combination lock, a French bracket. I have no reason to go there.
Alright, should have found everything. Let's see if, unless you have something else extra to say.
I'm overwhelmed.
Okay.
Can I borrow this lamp?
Unfortunately
Nope, okay,
not.
not yet. I should be able to... Should be somewhere... I think we should be able to use the ladder now at this point. Too bad we can't pull the ladder out of this, thing, so...
The Flemish artists are found here.
Yeah, check that. Yeah, we're supposed to be able to get access to the ladder here pretty soon. Maybe I missed something, so... let's see. Maybe I missed him or something like that.
It's too dark in here. I don't see anything.
Because there's supposed to be an officer supposed to tell us about the use of the ladder, but unless he's in here and I missed him. No. Am I missing something? I thought I hit everything. Yeah, there should be a. Should be able to go to the. Yeah, we're supposed to be able to like meet one of the guards around here. He's supposed to tell us about the ladders
gallery.
available now. Maybe I need to check that one letter again.
There's something strange on the ceiling. I'll have to climb up to examine it, but Lestrade's men are using the ladder. I'll continue to inspect the museum while I await them.
I may have to check something just to make sure, because I could swore an officer is supposed to say, "Hey, the ladder's available now." Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Sorry about this, folks. Give me a second. I'll be right back, and I'll see what I missed. It's probably some like little detail. So hold on a moment. Okay, I think I found what I was what I missed from before. It's just another set of footprints. I thought I missed it, but or I thought I grabbed it, but no, it's this one.
The paint tracks come from the interior of the museum and stop there. It's curious, but I'd wager that the man who left these footprints rested here a moment while facing the wall and looking at something. Yet, these paintings aren't exceptional in the least.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade wanted you to know that we no longer need the ladder. If you want it, it's near the director's office.
Okay, so if I had found these footprints and then went to the director's office, he would have popped up right like as soon as I stepped out of the office, that type of thing. So, whoops, sorry about that. It's not even that hard to miss, but I somehow missed it. But yeah, anyway, so the footprints have been around here too. But so, all right. Anyway, let's go grab the ladder. Whoa! All right. Let's use that to grab that letter first.
There is something here.
All right, have to equip it, even though we have the ladder.
There is something here.
Oh, maybe I can put it here. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, see, it was a ladder spot.
There is something here.
So he did all this time just to, while stealing the paintings, decided to put a letter up here. What a Nimrod.
Elementary.
My dear Watson. Oh, there's also, if you, I thought there was another, oh no, it's under, like, reports. Yeah, the footprints made by the painter Horace Velmont and those made by one of the burglars are completely identical. Size 9, supple leather shoes, non-skid, of French manufacture with a distinct pattern. As Arsène Lupin is a master of disguise, we can deduce that as the same person. Velmont and Lupin are the one and the same. And footprints in the National Gallery painting. The size 10.5 footprints of the man who stepped into some of the paint in the restoration workshop curiously stop at the right-hand side of the museum's entrance, that part where the pieces of the least interest are exhibited.
This poem by Lupin surely makes reference to 4 paintings presently hanging in the museum. Shall we begin our search?
Alright, sorry, let me actually read the paintings this time, so. Let's see, where is... back up. There it is, the riddle. Sorry. I was looking for the right spot here, so alright, let's read this. If your initials are JL, the answer is yes. If not, greetings, Mr. Holmes. I guess it'd be Lestrade, I guess. But anyway. Our meeting yesterday was far too brief, but I bet it won't be the last. It gives me great happiness that you are participating in this adventure, and even if the ending gives you displeasure, you will have been in the first row for the whole show. Please inform Inspector Lestrade, as you know, but contrary to his belief, I most certainly came in through the entrance. I always enter through the main doors, although leaving is a different matter. But enough of the past. Let's look ahead, shall we? After tonight, I will yet again steal one of the emblems of England's pride. My next target can be found somewhere in London, and it's up to you to identify it before I claim it. For this, I have left you several clues throughout the museum. A mind as brilliant as yours should have no trouble finding and interpreting them. But will you be able to finish in time? To start, I've left some paintings on the walls that I didn't have the heart to replace with those from my personal collection. In observing them well and reading the following poem, you will have all the information necessary to determine the location where I spent yesterday afternoon and early evening. A small bit of advice. Do not break into the place. This place? I think it's supposed to be this place, but they did THI and then the place. I don't think that's what it's supposed to say. A painting of great value is inside, and you will ruin it. Into the museum did I go that night. Then there did I see Venus and Mars wrapped in white. A rainy day they arrived with much delight. That year, without doubt, remember with all might. A tired horseman was sleeping near there, without fear. His white horse, standing tall, whispered into my ear, "My lord, we were painted long ago, that is clear. Truthfully, my second choice was that year. Hendrik has been dead for ages, I won't be coy. His skaters, young couples, men, women, here a boy. They were his work. Were they but duty or his joy? The length of his life is my third part of the ploy. My fourth is the year of purchase, I swear. Fish and cabbage, young boy, an angel, quite a pair. First minus second then times third. Well, it's because there's no space in it, so I thought it was second then times third. Do you care? Minus the fourth, figure it out and you'll be there." Interesting. So now we have to solve the museum of the four paintings. So obviously the first one is Venus and let's see, Venus and Mars. He basically straight up tells us on that one. So let's see, that one is, where was that one?
Here's what I've been looking for.
Alright, that's one of the paintings.
This painting depicts the gods Venus and Mars by Botticelli. This painting was exhibited for the first time in 1874 in the National Gallery.
Okay, so we gotta remember the just the details of it. So 1974 or 1874, sorry. So, and it's Botticelli is the person who painted it. Okay, so now the other one is in the Flemish Gallery, which is the painted man with the white horse. There it is.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Okay.
Look, a white horse standing by a sleeping man by Peter Verbeek, possibly derived from a 1652 print by Paulus Potter.
Okay, so Mr. Potter in 1652. So just remember the name and the date for the most part. Maybe not specifically, but okay. Oops. Now let's go to... Oops. Oh, I guess it won't let me... Oh, I had to back out. Right, I'm still in the area. Right. Righto. Walto. Alright, where's the Dutch gallery? So, Dutch gallery, the boy and the cabbage.
Here's what I've been looking for. A winter scene with skaters near a castle by Averkamp, 1585 to 1634, one of the greatest painters from the Dutch school of the 17th century. He specialized in winter scenes. The painting originally extended into a square shape.
I mean, we already got that information before, but this is important for the clue. So, 1585 to 1634, 49 years by Averkamp winter scene. So, okay. And then finally, the German gallery. See, boy and the angel, where are you at? There it is.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Alright, let's take a look at this one.
Tobias and the Archangel Raphael by Adam Elsheimer, German painter. The Archangel should ask what kind of bait he used. This canvas was acquired in 1894 by the National Gallery. It was based on a composition he had previously done. It seems that I've found the 4 numbers from Lupin's poem. Now, what do I do with them?
Okay, so the way to solve this is, let's look at the document again. He tells us how we're supposed to how to solve it. So it's the final clue here is it's just the overall the order in which it's the order in which he tells us to check them all out. So the first one is 1874. So we got to remember that one, and then the next year was 1652 for the other picture from Potter. So we need to on the description, basically we need to take those 2 years and basically at minus 1874 and 1652, which would be 222 on that one, and then the next description, he wants us the life of the character. So he lived for 49 years. So we need to take 222 and times it by 49 is 10,879. And then the final question, he wants the year of the picture, which is 1894. So if we put all those two together, we get 8984. So also, if you're curious on how to get that, just click the hints button, and it'll what the hints button do is it gives you a series of questions back to back without straight up telling you the hint until after a couple of them, and then it doesn't straight up tell you, but pretty much tells you how to get the hint in the first place, and or how to solve it. But it tries to give you multiple chances without straight up telling you, because they don't want to spoil it for you. So, but anyway, that's how you solve this thing. So, all right, let's see, 8, 9. Oops. 8, 4.
Open.
Bottle of French wine. Ha.
A wig and a cushion, for the stomach, no doubt. There is also Velmont's cap and clothing.
And he's drinking while he's waiting.
A half-empty bottle of champagne, to pass the time, no doubt. This is what must have happened. Lupin entered the museum disguised as Velmont. After our meeting, he pretended to leave, but in fact came to hide in the case that Palinor had emptied whilst doing his inventory. A hook permitted him to close the case from the inside, and he calmly waited until the time was right. Once alone, he got out and helped his accomplice enter through the skylight without fearing the police.
Yeah.
It's the painting by my great-uncle. Look, there's the paper attached.
Dear Mr. Holmes, you should have at your feet the parts of my disguise from yesterday. No doubt you would have liked to remove them from me while I was still wearing them. It's possible. Find me in the museum disguised like this and remove my postages. Beware, do it with care and precision, for I am sensitive. That and the fact that you might destroy the next clue. Well, looks like he's the man himself is toying with us quite a bit. Will we be able to find the man himself inside this place? Figure out his clues? What will he steal next if we can't find him fast enough? Find out next time in the next episode of Sherlock Holmes versus Arsène Lupin. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.